Namaste. So in this video, I want to show a few simple things you can do, especially during autumn when things start to kind of become a bit more mucousy, how to stop yourself from getting into the stage when you are feeling a bit bunged up. So the idea is that during autumn, the energy starts to change, and like we see with the leaves kind of going yellow, the energy starts to move down and down in the trees, at least into the trunk and into the roots. But in our body, there's a movement. And in yoga and in Ayurveda, we recognize these things as kapha, as phlegm. And we know that it can get stuck and it can lead into colds and flus and whatnot. And obviously phlegm can be fine, and then it can lead to perhaps infection or inflammation. So we don't really want that. Lots of ways you can kind of stop yourself from getting ill. What I'm going to share now is a very simple way. It's known as Kaphalabhati Kriya. So if you enjoy this kind of practice and if you want to do more things with me, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can see more of these practices when they come. So what is the practice? Sitting comfortably or even standing up doesn't really matter. You want your spine long and your head tall so things can move up and out. That's the idea. I'm using my right hand and I can take Vishnu Mudra. So I'm kind of separating the first two fingers. I'm going to draw them in so they get out of the way. If that feels really uncomfortable for your wrists, for your fingers, they can rest on the mid-brow center. What I want to use is my thumb and my ring finger. Okay, so I'm going to slide the thumb and the ring finger down the bridge of the nose to find the place where the bone meets the cartilage. That's where I'm going to control the flow of the breath through my nostrils. Before I do that, let's explain the practice. It's going to be 3 stages. In the first stage, I'm just going to focus on my left nostril. I'm going to breathe out and in through the left nostrils repeatedly a few times. The idea here is not to do a very slow and long breath. It's a sharp and explosive in and a sharp and explosive out. So it's like a sniff and a blast, sniff and a blast to open my left nostril. Okay, so it's going to sound and going to look like that. That's that. In the same way, I'm going to then focus on my right nostril. Stage 2. I'm using my ring finger, blocking the left nostril and out and in through the right. That's stage 2. Stage 3, I'm going to alternate left to right, left to right, left to right. And that's it. It's very simple. So what we do, we're going to practice it together so you can get like a hands-on experience. And once you understand this practice, you can practice it whenever you want to. The important thing about these things is not to, work yourself up into a fit because I need to do these things. Just kind of slide it into your day whenever you can. If you go for a walk, maybe stop for a moment, do a few rounds of that. Maybe when you are in the shower, just do a few rounds of that, sitting on the loo or anything. Flip the kettle on, got a few minutes now until it boils, do a few of those, okay? Just slide it into your day so it doesn't become a chore or something else that you need to add on to your very busy life already. Okay, so I do 30, stage 1, 30 breaths in, out, 30, stage 2, 30 breaths in, out, and then 30 alternating. And that's it. Very simple. Kaphalabhati, the shining skull, as a kriya, not a pranayama, as a kriya, as in a way to remove, as an action of removing excess phlegm, kapha. Okay, so sitting tall and straight, using my thumb, blocking right nostril. I'm going to take a normal breath in. I'm going to breathe out. And then I'm going to start with the left nostril. So it's in, out, in, out, in, out. That's out, then in. Now I'm going to hold the breath for a few moments. And here holding the breath is not to create a very long retention, it's just enough for you to feel balance. Because hyperventilation can make you feel a bit dizzy. When you hold the breath, that dizziness just disappears. The other thing that you might notice as I do now the other side is that my belly is going backwards and forwards as I do so. So the belly is the kind of the engine that moves the breath up and down because the diaphragm is moving up and down. Okay, so that's an extra. If that's too much for you to think about, Don't think about that. Just out in, out in, out in. Plus, sniff, plus, sniff, plus, sniff, plus, sniff. Okay, so right side, I'm using my ring finger, blocking left nostril, take a normal breath in, breathing out, and here we go. Breathing in, again hold the breath. And relax, not too long. Okay, third stage, I'm going to combine the two. So left out in, right out in, left out in, right out in. Simple. Breathing in, with the thumb blocking the left, out in. So blocking the right, out in left, then blocking the left, out in right. Out for the left, in for the left. Hold the breath, release your hands. And let it go. And this is it. It's easy. It's simple. And you can do it. And anyone can do it. Unless, of course, you're really bunged up and nothing is happening through your nose. You know that kind of feeling. It's a bit too late for that, so let that go. Wait a few days until you open again and then get going. Or if you feel that you're about to get bunged up, do it quickly so you won't get bunged up. Just a note, you don't have to go very fast. I was just doing S speed. You can do it much slower or much faster. You can go or alternating. Or you can do much faster. Doesn't matter. Find your way. Just stay in rhythm. That's the main thing. Okay, so that was Kaphalabhati Kriya, a simple self-help system to keep your nostrils, to keep your sinuses open, to stop you from being kind of congested in your head, developing a head cold or some kind of other nasty and not very nice things. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy it, please hit the like button. That would be very helpful, and maybe even share it. That would be even more helpful. Maybe write a few comments if you have something to say about this particular practice or your experience of it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button so you can be notified when the next video comes in. Thank you. Namaste.